Okay, so today what I'm going to show you is a tool that you can use to draw faces. As you can see in this image here, there are lots of different shapes of faces and lots of different proportions of features. What I'm going to do is show you a basic guideline of how to lay the features into the face and have a relatively good handling of the perspective. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to start with an oval. And the oval should taper a little bit at the bottom, so it's a little bit thinner at the bottom and a little bit broader at the top. Once you have your oval, you're going to roughly guess like where the middle is, and then you're going to draw a line to divide the middle, and then you're going to come down this way and draw a line there. So basically you've created a cross. Now when you're drawing these lines, don't use a lot of pressure because you will be erasing them. So now in the second half, I'm going to divide that in half one more time, and then I'm going to divide the half down here as well. And so now we have multiple different segments, and each of these segments are to help you place the features on the face. So first off, when you're thinking about eyes, if you divide this line here into 5 even sections, so you just sort of eyeball it here, you're going to see that the eyes fall into shape number 2 and space number 4. So space 2, space 4, and then the eyebrows would come up over. Okay? Now the center mark of this eye, like on the edge here, if you bring these down, this is basically telling you how wide your nose should be. And generally with the nose, you can just sort of put a little line that goes like that, and a couple lines here, and that just gives you a general idea of that the nose is coming in front, and then it goes back into the nostrils. This line here is the bottom of the mouth, so generally you come a little bit over the top of it, and this is going to be the center line. And once you draw your eyes into these shapes here and figure out like where the center is, you will then take those lines and draw them down, and that starts to create the lines that give you an indication of where the mouth should end. So when I'm doing lips, it's sometimes helpful to just come in here and draw a couple circles, and then you slope up, go down, and slope down. So up, over, down. It's kind of like an elongated M. And then for the bottom lip, a lot of times they come in a little bit and it shapes in there like kind of like a U shape. Alright, so now what your job is you can like come in here and just like start indicating that the jawline is coming in here and the chin is coming in this way. The hairline is going to be somewhere in this top section. It never starts up on top of the head. It always starts slightly down, and depending on the type of hair that you're looking at, it may start a little lower. So you want to come in there and figure out where is that hairline, and then what is it doing around the sides, right? So when you're drawing ears, you can see, if you are going to be able to see the ears when you're drawing your face, with a shorter haircut, for example, the ears fall between this line that establishes where the eyes are and the bottom of the nose, and it just sort of comes in here, and you have sort of a shape like this. Depending on the person that you're looking at, that shape may be slightly different. And then with the neck comes down sort of here, and then the shoulders would come off. If you're going to include the shoulders, would sort of come off away from this area here. Alright, so I like to include here that little thing under the nose because it helps you lay the shadows in, and then you can like define the shape of your eyebrows and find exactly the details of the shape of the hair you're drawing. Okay, and then it's time to erase your guidelines. So you're going to just come in here and you want to erase your guidelines. So this is all you have to do for the exercise for this week, is trying to place the features into the face. And then you can come in and start laying in where the shading is going to happen. If you use the size of your pencil, you can come in there and you could start laying some shadow behind the eye, right? You could lay some shadow where the nose is coming in there, right? And for this part, I would recommend that you are looking at a photo, or you can look in the mirror to see where shadows fall on your face. But the shadows are going to help give your face a sense of volume. And I find that it's helpful to come in here and you can like sort of soften the shadows if you simply take your finger and start smoothing those areas out. I can come in here and erase that there. And then once you get your guidelines are gone, you can then come in and just start defining your drawing to create your face. Now I do want to let you know that when you're looking at eyes, you always see that the center of the eye is somehow covered a little bit by the lid. And these, the eyelids are going to be based on whoever's eyes you're looking at, the shape of the eye. So there are different specific details that are going to be dependent on the face that you're looking at. So this is just a guideline for placing the features on the face, but proportion is going to be based on the specifics of the person that you're looking at. So there you go. I'll just stop it here, and this is basically what you want to do. Play with using the tool to break up the face and do a nice little sketch of a face, and then you will turn that in for your exercise. And notice that mine's sort of, not 100% done, and that's okay, because this is just a sketch to get you familiar with the process. And then eventually, for the final one, you're going to choose a photo to reference and look at and try and plug in the features on the template to create a likeness of the person that you're looking at and have more specific details. All right. Hope you have fun.